Full toss one, straight in the hands of the fielder, but if he would have picked up early and sure shot, there would have been a chance of that run out. Nicely played towards the wideish mid-on region. Arvind is unhappy. Arvind is like, throw me as soon as you can. Just don't collect the ball and keep it to yourself. 17 for the loss of just 1 wicket. Well, I think Ifji was just trying to check the shot that on that occasion. But a dot ball to end the over. Arvind again economical, just giving away 6 runs. And now Bay Sharks would be looking to accelerate, because going for a ball-to-ball runs is surely not going to help the situation out here. And it's time for the double trouble over. So it's a new bowler, Bhavik Joshi, who will now come in the center. There's a lot more to be done out here by Bay Sharks. Right now the scores are pretty six average, on an average of 6. Still there is Sarai who has to come to bat, who's another attacking batsman. We've seen him winning matches for Bay Sharks in the past. Nicely played again by Tahir, just for a single. And apparently now the score has just going right now in singles. I think they might want to spend one more over. They would not want to take too many risks in the double trouble over, considering that if the wicket goes at this particular time, there could be a flaw of -5 runs, and that's why they would not want to take the chance at this particular moment. Well, that's a beautiful bowling, beautiful delivery by Bhavik. Well, that smiling face is Deepu there behind the stumps. He knows exactly how critical that ball was. Well, that's a wide ball, and that's a no ball as well. So finally some good things happening for Bay Sharks. That's a good shot, and that was a no ball, earlier ball. That's why that efforts have gone into the vein, because the batsman is still safe. But that was a good shot by Ifji, finally trying to free his arms, trying to open up here. Nicely played, but Ifji will have to hurry. Tahir wants to go for the second one, but no, rightly sent back by Ifji. Again a no ball for a side arm delivery. So it's Bay Sharks 27 for the loss of just 1 wicket. Kunal would be enjoying the match from the dugout at this moment, because this is a good over for Bay Sharks. (29) for the loss of just 1 wicket. Again, watchfully played. And I think still there is Sarai to come. There is Bhavik Joshi also who has to come. So it's 31 for the loss of just 1 wicket. It's 4 overs done now. There's a lot of cricket yet to come from Bay Sharks. There is Bhavik Joshi still yet to come to bat. There is Sarai who has to come to bat. There's a lot of batting lineup that is remaining and is yet to come. Meanwhile, Tahir and Ibji is trying to just build up the foundation for Bay Sharks at this moment in this particular match. Well, we're back to live action, and it's Sanjay who will come for the fifth over. It's Tahir and Ibji. Now, somewhere down the line, Bay Sharks are looking pretty decent at this moment. They're stable. They're not doing great in terms of the scorecard, but it's still decent. I think 31 runs after 4 overs is a decent score to what they started off with. And these extras have surely helped them build their innings. That's an extra run, that's an extra ball. Everything has to be taken care of. Nicely placed this time in the gap. One bounce to the boundary rope. So now it's the blasting time. I think they were just waiting for the first 4 overs to get completed. And now in the 5th over, Ibji has started to just take the advantage of the power play over. 37 for just 1 wicket. That's a simple one and beaten with flight, and Ibji will have to leave after a brilliant knock of just 14 runs. But those 14 runs were very important because that point in time someone wanted to be in the center who can hold the fort, and it is, I think, the perfect time to Sarai enter this ground. And I think from here it is going to be an innings of Sarai and Tahir. Of course, Ifji did not wanted to get out after putting up so much of a hard work in the ground. But I think it's the right time for Sarai now to enter this ground. And he's in the center. Always an advantage of having a left-hand, right-hand batsman. And Sarai, I think he's come out very confident. So we'll have to wait and watch. And the only thing that MI Warriors will have to do now is try to get as early as wickets they can. They just 2 down Bay Sharks, but I think wickets over here will matter a lot, and if that MI Warriors is able to do, then it is going to be a different ball game. Sarai right away getting off the mark. 38 is the score now for 2. Full toss ball again, nicely placed towards the wideish mid-on region. Sarai goes for a second one. He will have to hurry. And he's pretty confident that he's made it. But it's the third umpire who's going to decide, and the decision has gone upstairs. Well. Sarai looked confident, but umpire has a different view here. He will have to leave, and he cannot believe it. And the new player comes into the center now. Well, what has suddenly happened is, as I said, all MI Warriors have been managed. Uh, all monsters have managed to take the wickets. So it's all monsters and Bay Sharks. That's a big one, and all monsters strike again. What a beautiful catch there. One more wicket falls down. All monsters and Bay Sharks. Bay Sharks in a deep trouble right now. 39 for the loss of just 4 wickets, and the wickets have started falling down in good pace. And another important batsman of Bay Sharks will have to leave. It's time for Tahir to go back to the pavilion. It's 40 for the loss of 4 wickets, and it's just 5 overs that have been completed, and there are more 3 overs to go. But that's Mr. Baba Siddiqui there with Riyaz Siddiqui and the entire team of Bay Sharks. It's 40 for the loss of 4 wickets. Nicely placed again. It's a good quick single. Anil Thawani and Vinod there. But what a brilliant performance by all monsters. It's a 6th over now, and from here on, I think if Bay Sharks are able to put more 20 or 30 odd runs in this particular innings, then I think that's a great sign for Bay Sharks. They will have to at least reach to 70-75 runs from here on. Anil on strike at this moment. That's a slower one in the air, played nicely, just a single there. And I think suddenly the sixers and fours have been dried up for Bay Sharks. Of course, they have been losing continuous wickets, and that is, I think, a concern overall for Bay Sharks. This is a big one, and it's too big enough. And one more batsman has to walk back towards the pavilion because it's another wicket that is falling down. And this time it's Vinod who will have to go back to the dugout as he's box out. And I'm just wondering, where is Bhavik Joshi? Well, that's here. Well, it's finally Bhavik Joshi who is entering inside, and that's the dugout. Ibji looking very concerned. Kunal again. So it's a bit of a concerned dugout, I would say. .43 for the loss of just 5 wickets. Dhaval Shah finally comes in. The player who was much awaited, Dhaval, who comes in the center. Right away goes on an attacking mode. He does not want to wait, does not want to check his shots. He wants to go out and just blast at this moment. Well, again, Anil this time trying to hit a big one, completely missed. And it was even missed by the keeper. That's the dugout of Bay Sharks here. You can also see Akhil Rajput. That's nicely hit. Again, a good single by Dhaval Shah. So, Anil Thawani and Dhaval Shah, from here on, I think if they do not lose a wicket, they will have to stand till the end. 46 for the loss of 5 wickets. Well, so it's the bowling change also that is going to happen with number 7 jersey. It's Ranjit Waiti. What a super performance there by all monsters today, because they have been absolutely brilliant in this evening. Dhaval Shah and Anil Thawani. 46 for the loss of 5 wickets there. Bowl out series. And that's me on the screen. Thank you. Well, Bay Sharks 46 for the loss of just 5 wickets. Projected score they're looking up to 61 runs. Well, I think they're just planning the fielding more properly right now, because from here on all monsters would not want to give any run, but that's not how you can stop Dhaval Shah. One bounce inside the boundary rope, and that's a beautiful boundary coming from Dhaval. You cannot stop him. He's beyond all the odds, and he can figure out his own way. That's again a beautiful shot, but straight in the hands of Arvind. So Dhaval Shah, who was the important and key man for Bay Sharks, will have to go back to the dugout. One more wicket falls down. And the entire batting order has been completely collapsed by all monsters today. What a brilliant show, what a brilliant performance, knocking 6 players off in just a score of 50. That is absolutely commendable by all monsters, and Bay Sharks need a big innings from here on as well. When I say big innings, those big innings has to just relate in the runs that they score in this dying overs. 50 runs. It's a half century that has been completed by Bay Sharks, but just a half century is not enough in this particular situation. Well, it's the 7th over now, and things are looking very difficult for Bay Sharks from here on as well. That's a big one, and that's one bounce inside the boundary rope. So Adil Beg does not have to wait for a long time. He starts blasting as he comes to the center. What a brilliant shot. Well, that's again in the gap. Deepu trying to chase that one. That's a couple of runs more added to the scorecard. Adil understands the importance, that how important and how critical these runs are going to be now. And that's why there's no point hanging in there. Just let's go for some attacking shots. And while you're going for those, even Ranjit Waiti is a very good spinner of the ball and finally manages to get all the bails down. And that's a clean bowled here. All monsters would be very, very, very happy with their performance today. Well, that's a good shot there, but what a stop there by Arvind. And this is the advantage when you have a good height. He probably saved a sixer there. That's a brilliant piece of fielding by Arvind. 57 for the loss of 7 wickets. It's 7 overs that have been completed, and it's just the last over that is remaining. Well, just when he was stopping that one, Arvind, he had a smile on his face that finally I could save something for my team. Full toss ball, nicely played, just one bounce. And that's going to be an extra run. It's going to be an extra run. Dharmesh there, there's no backup as well. Well, that's a no ball, and that's a good thing for Bay Sharks. They would like to take the advantage of that no ball. Dharmesh there will have to really correct his line and length. Things can get difficult from any point in time, and that's the spectators enjoying the match. That's a good shot again. Misfield there, one easy run managed. That's again nicely placed. Chirag, they're trying to hit that big one, but straight in the hands of the fielder. Nicely placed again, one bounce. Arvind comes under the delivery. Runs for it, gives it to the man there. .63 for the loss of 7 wickets. That's Prashant, the co-owner of Team Brave Hearts. That's a no ball again. Anil Thawani there will have to hurry a bit. But that's a good cheeky run, I would say. And every run is going to be celebrated. Every run is going to be waited for. It's again a good shot, but this time Anil's innings comes to an end as Chirag did not wanted to run. He wants to keep the strike. He wants to at least go for a big one. And Anil Thawani trying to hurry up there, and he goes for scoring 3 runs. Well, that's a big shot, but that's a box out, and Chirag also will have to leave. So I think all monsters would be very happy with the boys' performance today. They've restricted Bay Sharks at 65 runs, and they would be needing 66 runs to win this game. And what a brilliant performance by all monsters. But there is another second innings that is coming their way, and to get that, it will be Ashik Shah in the commentary box.
So welcome back. We're back live with the chase of all monsters here. They need 66 runs to win this game. This is the game 3 of the day. Dharmesh and away 2 openers for all monsters there. And Chirag started the proceedings with the ball for Bay Sharks here. They need 65 runs of 48 deliveries. So he drives this one to the long on region for a single. Dharmesh up the mark. It's 2 for none. So it's 2 for none. It's been they have to play a little cautiously here. It's not a huge target to chase down. They need only 66 runs to win this match. They got to play some sensible cricket here. Required run rate is only 8.40 runs per over. This time he hammered this one straight down the ground for 6. What a way, what a wonderful way to start the innings here. Magnificently timed by Dharmesh there. Tournament sixes goes to 5-4-6 now. It's 9 without any loss there. All monsters cautiously play to the cover region. No run there. Score remains 9 for none. Dharmesh is in absolutely aggressive mood today. Rightly so. They have simply dominated this game throughout till now. And they were bowling. They bowled beautifully. This time again, hammered away straight down the ground. But would you believe it? He can't believe it either. This is a box out. This is the most unfortunate way to get out. And all monsters lose their first wicket. Most importantly is Dharmesh. He was looking dangerous there in the middle. So they still need 57 more runs to get of 42 deliveries. So almost all monsters lose their first wicket. Dharmesh departs for 7 of 5. This is the game 3 of day 14 of Suffolk Group presents Box Ball Out Series Season 1. Powered by Bombay Coffee House, co-sponsored by Sahib Realty. This has been an absolutely absorbing day of cricket. Thrill of action, jam-packed day. Lot of fans, lot of crowd coming into this St Andrews Turf Park in Bandra to watch their favorite stars playing there. Still 2 more games to go after this. It will be Jewelry Such Indians taking on MI Warriors after this, and the last game of the day between Lashkari Alliance. They will take on Strikers. So do stay tuned. It's Hanif Asif, the new man in, but he'll be on non-strikers end because that was the last ball of the over. Sarai. He will bowl the second over of this innings. He missed out today with the bat. He's in terrific form, but today he missed out. Oh, but he is not missing out with the ball there. He strikes with his first delivery, Sarai there. Second wicket falls down for all monsters. What's happening there? They can't believe it either, all monsters. Navi departs for 1. Both openers removed earlier. And this is really a disastrous start by all monsters. This is not a way to chase down target, especially when you know the target is below 9 runs per over, the required run rate. These are the rash strokes played by the batsman there, and they have to pay the price for it. Let's hope that won't be the situation for them, but the situation is not looking good for all monsters here. Bhavak Joshi is the new man in. He's having a chat with Hanif Asif there. Required run rate is 8.34 runs per over. They need 57 runs to get. It's not a humongous task. It's a gettable target. It's not a huge target, but they have to earn every run from here on. The way Bay Sharks are bowling, it looks difficult for all monsters. This is way down the leg side by Sarai on that occasion. Score moves to double figures. Now it's 10 for 2, all monsters. Again, tapped away. Beautifully played to the mid-wicket region for a single. It's 11 for 2. They have to play some sensible cricket from here on. Bhavik Joshi and Hanif Asif. This time drives uppishly straight down the ground and straight down the ground for 6. What a shot. What a magnificent strike by Hanif Asif on that occasion. What a way to get over the mark. It's 17 for 2 now. Tournament sixes goes to 547 now. It's closing to 550 now. It's absolutely raining sixes here in St Andrews Stir Park in Bandra. That is a great strike by Hanif there. Again, this time he got beaten on that occasion. Beautifully bowled by Sarai. Could come back. Again, he got deceived, got an inside edge. But they will sneak a run there. One more to the total. Score moves to 18. It's 18 for the loss of 2 wickets. The required run rate is only 7.78 runs per over. 48 more runs to get of 37 deliveries. It should have been a cakewalk for all monsters, but they're playing some rash strokes in the middle. They'll already lose 2 wickets, very important wickets. This time again, tapped away to the fine leg region, and they will run across for a single. Score moves to 19 now. This is good batting there by Hanif. He moves to 7 of just 3 deliveries. Bhavik Joshi on 2 of 2. And that was the end of the over of Hitesh Sarai as well. He conceded 10 runs. Most importantly, he has taken a wicket in that over. After 2 overs, all monsters are 19 for the loss of 2 wickets. The viewers who's just tuned in, it's the game 3 of day 14 of Sifil Group presents Box Ball Out Series Season 1, powered by Bombay Coffee House, co-sponsored by Sahib Realty. So it's going to be Bhavik Joshi on strike now. Siddesh is the new bowler for Bay Sharks here. Stand beautifully played to the mid-wicket region for a single. They're looking for a second there. Great running between the wickets by Bhavik Joshi and Hanif Asif there. 2 more to all monsters and 2 more to Bhavik Joshi there. Score moves to 21 for the loss of 2 wickets. They don't have to do anything silly here. Just taking singles and doubles will do the job for all monsters. They need 45 runs of 35 deliveries. The required run rate is less than 8 runs per over. It's a gettable, it's an easy target for all monsters. Provide some hiccups. They want some change in the field there. Oh, great delivery, bang on target, he survives. Score remains 21 for the loss of 2 wickets. Some drives to the extra cover region for a single. They're looking for a second there, which wasn't there. They have to settle for a single. Score moves to 22 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Okay, it's toss time. We have Gurmeet sir here, owner of team My Warriors, to spin the coin this time. We have Shahid and Ankit and Vishal and Rahul from My Warriors. Shahid and Ankit from Jula Ravi Such Indians. Are we good to go? All right. Who's calling? Okay. Safal, Jula Ravi, such Indians have won the toss. What would you like to do first?
Like to field first.
Okay. And how's the team been preparing for this one?
We are short of 2 players. We are playing with 9 players, so no strategies, nothing. We want to win a game.
Okay. What would you want to restrict them to?
Restrict them to 50, 60.
You've been put into bat first, and the 2 players short today. That might work as an advantage for you. How do you look at this?
See, it may be an advantage for us, but we would also love to field first. But unfortunately, we lost the toss. But nonetheless, we'll try our best and we'll try to make a good total and give. I think so. Everyone will give our 100% towards the game. Thank you.
Sure, we hope it's an exciting match. Thank you, Gurmeet sir. Jula Ravi, such Indians have won the toss and they choose to field first. Back to all the action on the field.
Thank you, Pooja. Not a good news for all monsters there. They have lost their 3rd wicket. It wasn't a huge target to chase down, but they're absolutely making a mess out of it. It's 22 for the loss of 3 wickets. They're playing some irresponsible strokes in the middle there. They have to play some sensible cricket from here on if they really want to chase down the target. They still need 43 more runs to get off 31 deliveries. Bhavik Joshi on 5. He drives this one to the long off region for a single there. Score moves to 24 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. And that was the end of the over bowled by Sudesh there. He conceded only 5 runs in that over and take a very crucial wicket as well. And the most important and most exciting over coming up now is called a double trouble over. Every run you scored in this over, that will get doubled. And if you lose a wicket, you'll get -5 runs as well. Bay Sharks would like to strike once or twice in this over. Not only they will pick up wickets, they will reduce the runs as well on the board. On the other hand, all monsters can't afford to lose 1 or 2 wickets in this over. They will be in absolute disarray if they will lose a wicket in this over. So Bhavik Joshi on strike now, and Tahir Sheikh will bowl this double trouble over. How to play some sensible cricket. They can't afford to lose a wicket in this over, all monsters. Otherwise, they would be in absolute tatters. Umpires having a word with Tahir there. Bhavik Joshi on strike. He's on 6 of 6. Deepak is on 1 of 1. The current run rate is 8 runs exactly per over. This time he drives it handsomely to the long off region for a single. Every single run gets double in this over, because this is a double trouble over. Score moves to 26 for the loss of 3 wickets. It's Deepak big on strike now. Cautiously play to the cover region. Oh, there was a chance of a run out there, but not a great fielding effort there at cover region. All monsters survives, and most importantly, Deepak Big survives. Score moves to 28 for the loss of 3 wickets. It would have been absolute curtains for all monsters there had the fielder collected that ball properly on that occasion. But nevertheless, he survives. Score moves to 28 now. Again drives, but straight to the fusement at mid-wicket region. No possibility of a run there. Score remains 28 for the loss of 3 wickets. Again, cautiously played, tapped and run. Great running between the wickets by Deepak and Bhavik Joshi on that occasion. Score moves to 30 now. It's Deepak on strike now. Again, one more to the total. It's two more to the total because every run gets double in this over. It's 32 for the loss of 3 wickets. Last ball coming up of this double trouble over. This time beautifully played to the mid-wicket region for a single. They're looking for a second there, which wasn't there. Otherwise, it would have been absolute suicidal run out on that occasion. No damage done for all monsters there. The score moves to 34 for the loss of 3 wickets. That was the end of the over number 4. So we are in game number 3 of day 14 of Sifil Group presents Box Ball Out Series Season 1, powered by Bombay Coffee House, co-sponsored by Sahib Realty. So it's going to be Ibji now. He'll be bowling to Bhavik Joshi. He's on 9 of 10, and Deepak Beg 3 of 3. They have to build a partnership here, Deepak and Bhavik, and play some sensible cricket from here on. The target is not huge. It's under 8 runs per over. It should have been absolute cakewalk for all monsters, but they're absolutely making a mess out of it. They'll already lose three wickets, most important wickets as well. They need 32 more runs to get off 24 deliveries. And the required run rate is only 8 runs per over. It's gettable target, but they have to play some sensible cricket. Again, drives handsomely, but straight into the hands of long arm. Would you believe it? It again, right stroke by Bhavik Joshi on that occasion. One more wicket falls down. It's 34 for the loss of 4 wickets now. This is an absolute disappointing performance by all monsters. Look at that. Irresponsible stroke by Bhavik Joshi on that occasion. They don't need those sort of shots on this situation. But they lost 4 wickets now. It's 34 for the loss of 4 wickets. This has not been a great chase so far. They need only 66 runs to win, but it's 40. It's 34 for the loss of 4 wickets. So they're playing some rash strokes on the middle, and this will simply hammer them as far as the result is concerned. Ibji strikes with his first delivery on that occasion. It's 35 for the loss of 4 wickets. Arvind on strike now. He's yet to get out the mark. He's a new man in. Drives handsomely, but straight to the fusement at short cover region. No run there. Score remains 35 for the loss of 4 wickets. Credit to Bay Sharks. They're exerting some pressure in the middle there. And drives to the extra cover region for a single. They're looking for a second there, but they have to settle for a single. Score moves to 36 for the loss of 4 wickets. No run there. Great bowling by Ibji there. Wonderful bowling. He conceded only 2 runs till now. Last ball coming up. The required rate is creeping up. It's almost 9.5 runs per over. They need 30 more runs to get off 19 deliveries. It's still gettable. Tapped wide to the fine leg region for a single. Skirmish 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. And that's the end of the over as well. After 5 years, all monsters. 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. Deepak wants some change in the field. And is still not happy with the field there. Stam, he was trying to heave that run, appeal for a stumping there. Umpire referred it to the third umpire. Would you believe it? It's an absolutely ridiculous batting by all monsters here. It's 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. It could be 37 for 5, but we gotta wait for some time for third umpire's decision there. Decision is still pending. We gotta wait for some time. And some relief there for all monsters. Not out is the signal there. Score remains 37 for the loss of 4 wickets. And relief for Deepak Big there. They were very excited on that occasion, Bay Sharks. Down the track and drills to the mid-on region for a single. Still 28 more runs required of 16 deliveries. It's Arvind on strike now. This time tries again to the long-on region for a single. Score moves to 39 for the loss of 4 wickets there. And Dhawal Shah is not happy with the fusement at long-on on that occasion. Deepak on strike now. They're feeling the heat in the middle there, Deepak and Arvind. Again, he was trying to heave that run, got an outside edge, well taken by the keeper there. It's 39 for the loss of 5 wickets now. They're falling like 9 pins at the moment. All monsters, they're in absolute tatters. Look at that. It was an absolutely rash stroke on that occasion by Deepak Beg. He was a set batsman in the middle there. But situation is not looking good for all monsters. It's 39 for the loss of 5 wickets now. Double strikes. This is the 6th over in progress. Target wasn't a great one. It wasn't a huge target to chase down. But they're simply making a mess out of it, all monsters. It's 39 for the loss of 5 wickets. They need 27 more runs to get off 14 deliveries. The required run rate is almost 12 now. It was less than 8 runs per over when we started the game. Credit goes to Bay Sharks. They bowled superbly. Sanjay is the new man in. Drives to the mid-wicket region for a single. They're looking for a second. But they have to settle for a single there. Score moves to 40 now. It's 40 for the loss of 5 wickets. Lost ball coming up. Dhawal Shah's over. He conceded only 3 runs in that over. And take a very crucial wicket as well. Look at that required run rate. Exactly 12 runs per over. They need 26 more runs to get off 13 deliveries. Time down the track, plays uppishly, and it's a box out. Would you believe it? One more wicket falls down for all monsters. It's 40 for the loss of 6 wickets now. Arvind departs for 2. This innings is getting bad to worse. This is not good batting for all monsters. Not a good stroke. Casual stroke by Arvind on that occasion. He played up his stroke, but He couldn't get the elevation on that occasion. The required run rate has gone up to 13 runs per over now. They need 26 more runs to get of 12 deliveries. Oh, so the new man in is Ranjit Veti. He's a very good player. He can hit the ball long way. But Sanjay on strike. So the situation is not looking good for all monsters in the middle there. They're 40 for the loss of 6 wickets. They need 26 more runs to get of just 12 deliveries. We know there's a new ball. He hammered this one straight into the hands of the Fusement. One more, 5 dust here. It's 40 for the loss of 7 wickets. Sanjay departs. This is a ridiculous batting by all monsters here. They're playing some irresponsible strokes in the middle. It's 40 for the loss of 7 wickets, and Vinod strikes with his first delivery. They are all over all monsters there, Bay Sharks. All monsters need 26 more runs to get of 11 deliveries. Required run rate is almost 14.5 runs per over. Who would have thought they will find themselves in such a situation which they are in right now? This is not great cricket by all monsters, believe me. Rohit is a new man in. Rohit is feeling the heat in the middle there. Look at the situation. It's absolutely unbelievable. This time he drives this one to the long on region for a single. He's off the mark straight away there, Rohit. Score moves to 41 for the loss of 7 wickets. Singles and doubles are not going to hurt Bay Sharks on this occasion. This is Baba Siddiqui, sir. He's thoroughly enjoying this game because his team is on fire. He left it alone. This is not a test cricket, believe me, Ranjit. It's 41 for the loss of 7. Required run rate is creeping up all the time. And they're thoroughly enjoying it. This time he drives this one up his sleeve. One more falls down for all monsters. It's 41 for the loss of 8 wickets now. Would you believe it? The innings are in absolute tatters. Ranjit departs without troubling the scorers there. Vinod strikes twice in this over. It's 41 for the loss of 8 wickets. The situation is looking absolutely difficult from here on for all monsters. They need 25 more runs to get of 8 deliveries. Most importantly, they got only 2 wickets in hand. This Meher is the new man in. And the required run rate is 18.75 runs per over. Down the track, he lofted this one to the long on region. He will only get a single on that occasion there. Score moves to 42 for the loss of 8 wickets. The game is drifting away from all monsters' hands. It's getting bad to worse for all Monsters. The required run rate is almost 21 runs per over. They need 24 more runs to get off 7 deliveries. And would you believe it, one more falls down. It's 42 for the loss of 9 wickets now. Vinod strikes third time in this over. Meher departs without troubling the scorers. It's 42 for the loss of 9 wickets now. The innings are in absolute tatters. Vinod, look at the bowling figures. Conceded only 2 runs and taken 3 wickets. Wonderful spell of bowling there. This has been a terrific comeback by Bay Sharks after a modest score on the board. They scored only 65 runs. The credit goes to them. They have defended it magnificently. On the other hand, all Monsters, this is an absolute disappointing performance by all Monsters here. They played some irresponsible strokes in the middle there, and if they are going to blame someone, they have to blame themselves for today's loss. It's not yet over. They need someone, Yuvraj or Carlos Brathwaite, to win this game from here on. They need 4 sixes. Adil Beg will be bowling the last over of the match. Sarfraz is the new man in, but he'll be on non-strikers, and Rohit on strike. He's on 2 of 2. He tries this one handsomely straight down the ground for 6. What a way to start the over. Wonderfully timed by Rohit on that occasion. Score moves to 46 now. He needs 3 more sixes. Tournament sixes goes to 5 for 8. What a shot. That was a terrific strike by Rohit on that occasion. Straight away, Adil Beg feels some heat in the middle there. Again, tries handsomely, but straight in the hands of the Fuseman. That's the end of the game as well. He departs, all Monsters, all out for 48 runs. Credit goes to Bay Sharks. They have fought back brilliantly. Wonderful performance by Bay Sharks. They have won this game by 17 runs. Who would have thought on the first half of the innings? But credit goes to Bay Sharks. They have won this game by 17 runs. Congratulations, Bay Sharks. So it was a terrific performance by Bay Sharks. Remember, all Monsters earlier won the toss and elected to field first. They bowled beautifully and restricted the Bay Sharks to just 65 runs. But who would have thought the Bay Sharks will come back so strongly in the second innings. They have defended the target and not only defended the score of 65 runs, they have won this game comprehensively by 17 runs. And almost all Monsters got bowled out for just 48 runs. So this isn't the match that all Monsters would love to remember. So credit goes to Bay Sharks once again. Congratulations, Bay Sharks.